Who that? Who Dat TV? Large, live and air. The boys and girls. Who that? Who Dat TV? For the people them. Hey. Who Dat TV? For the people them. Hey. All over the world and on the street. Who that? All over the world and over the street. Who that? All over the world and over the street. Who Dat TV? Who Dat TV? Hey. Who Dat TV? It come to teach the boys and girls them. It come to lead the boys and girls them. It come to show the boys and girls them. The artists them over the four wings of the earth. Who Dat TV? Who Dat TV? Who Dat TV? It are the artists in town. Hey.
Hello people, I am Sister D. I'm here live at Distant Dad Productions and I want to welcome you to a Who Dat. A Who Dat TV is going to be a showcase show showcasing artists, musicians, from a musician and artist point of view. We're going to have interviews, live clips of shows and just everything that's interesting about the reggae industry and the music business in the reggae industry right now. Our first show, we're going to have a very special guest, Mr. Aaron Silk, who's the brother of the late great Garnet Silk. And if you're into reggae, you know what I'm talking about. Aaron Silk also has some great music out right now, and he's also working on a tour, I think in the spring. But right now, let's just take you directly to Aaron Silk, and he can tell you exactly what's going on. So we're going to take it over to Dub House Pictures in Jamaica.
All right, just let's say, and a reggae music, we say, but they are hang out from the brethren. Here on Silk, the brother of Garnet Silk, they are all a vibe at the Mixing Lab studio. So me I say, you have a Baba to me and a righteousness to come to
Who Dat TV. We'd like to know, the people would like to know in general, how did you start out your musical journey?
The journey started from a young age, a age of about, when I discovered that I could really do this was about 12 years. Singing at church, youth fellowship choir and thing. And then after it was all about JCDC, singing on festival shows. Parish show of JCDC always keep annually thing, Jamaica, independent days thing, where you have the truck going around from parish to parish calls and trucks. So I used to perform with that. So I've been on live bands in Manchester from young age, working at singing at places like Cecil Charlton Hall and barbecues, where the barbecues is here and Silk himself. I'm a Virgin Night staff with the keyboard.
So at the time passing your brother Garnet, how did that affect your career coming up in the music business?
Well, Garnet, at the time when Garnet tried out, Garnet was the biggest artist in Jamaica at the time and was, about to conquer the whole world, world globe. There was no limit to how far Garnet was going, But at them time, the NI thing was just simmer and just steaming, to go wild and thing, because Garnet always said to I say, you have to come help me do this, because I alone can't do it,
Yes.
Always I said them thing to me, So, Garnet are the one who say, music is the rod and we are Moses, leading God's children to the promised land. Music is the voice of his brother Aaron, yes. Preaching and comforting at the Father's command. So that was the message, and from there when Garnet tried, the work everyone just see, everything was just straight at Aaron.
Yes.
Everyone was looking towards and if you carry the baton from there, and I guess it was my responsibility, so
So it,
I had no choice. I had to take it up and and run with it.
So you had to run with it in terms of singing your music or
And
continuing.
also Garnet.
And also Garnet.
Because most of the time when at the early stage of the passing of Garnet, when Garnet tried out of the flesh, it was like people, every time I touch a stage, it was this excitement of the people, like they want to see Garnet living through it. So I was bound to sing Garnet songs. Garnet songs was a must. Come up on stage and I sing Garnet. If I sing my tune, the people I request Garnet songs. If I touch one Garnet, then I don't want to stop singing Garnet, so guys, it was just the love and the joy and the beauty, of the people.
Babylon, listen this one we can learn. Listen this one Babylon, you're falling. It's meant for us to see where you'll be going. You won't let us be. Babylon, you're falling. It's meant for us to see that you'll be burning in that pit you set for me. You don't know the powers of Rastafari, no. That's why you come try test and I will. Word, sound and power, bringing lightning, brimstone and fire, flowing down in you from the Most High. I will. Babylon, you're falling. It's meant for us to see where you be going.
I can tell you that, because, I the biggest part of my career at the time was, touring, doing Garnet. So because Garnet, I've never done a tour.
Never?
No, never done a tour. I think 5 times the most Garnet ever been on a plane. Garnet career was just in about 3 years old. Garnet just started in the music, the music just had started for Garnet. It was just 3 years. And Garnet tried out at 28 years old. Garnet tried out, the young youth, just a start. And from there now, that's when trying to curve a year and concentrate on year and career was a very hard thing. The transformation was really, because no matter, people get used to and accustomed to I singing Garnet songs on stage. That whenever I come, that's what they want to see.
So in the time of Garnet being on the stage and working and doing music, did you embark on doing any tracks for yourself, any music for yourself?
Garnet and I wrote a song, Show the Way, which in 2005, that was a year after Garnet passed on, and the year after I did a song, Show the Way, with Tommy Cowan.
Yes.
That's, I think Tommy Cowan thing at the time, the talent in Cork.
Yes.
Right? It was a song written by me and Garnet. It was a little like, oh Jah, I need a light that shines so bright so I can find my way. Show I the way, a brighter day, I don't want to go astray. Oh Jah, I need your light that shines so bright so I can find my way. Show I the way, a brighter day, I don't want to go astray. And from there,
So how did that song do for you? How good that?
Yeah, man, that was one of the first songs that gave me my recognition, as a artist, standing on my own.
Yes.
And then came the Lalabella in '97.
Give us a little piece of that.
Lalabella is a song where I say, dwelling on the righteous path to Jah, making one step while He guides the other. To live in this world takes strength and vigor. We've got to have faith to proceed. We will brace ourselves for the worst of time. Where good go, we will follow behind. To avoid corruption, we've got to ignore being tempted, abuse, and tears.
Yes.
It was a spiritual vibe went to #1 in most of the Caribbean countries, and I think it was Germany and France. You know, it was #1. When I went on tour in Italy, you know, that was the song that people most know me by. You know, that's what people knew me by. You know, that song. You know, Show It Away.
So come to that. How did the international market, especially in Europe, how did they accept your music differently from Garnet's music?
You see, me and Garnet have a similar song, as you can hear, you know.
Yeah.
And the fact that I've introduced myself first with Garnet songs, I think it was easy for the people to embrace, you know, what I have, you know, because they wanted to hear the difference, and they really, and at that time, they were the one who was asking, because they really wanted to hear what Aaron have to offer, you know, of himself, and they were amazed, you know. It was just a beauty for them, and they just accepted and said, yes, we know that you are the one, you know, that God was talking about. Music is a rod, and this is the brother here.
Remain strong. I saw my brother Garnet yesterday. I remember what he said when I woke from my dream. Vision was clear as eyes could see when I heard him say to me, Rastafari is real. Hey, I don't wanna ever see you crying. Wipe those tears from your eyes. He said, people are dying every day. Oh, it hurts my heart to say, for the youths who have lost their way, let's pray. And to the faithful soldiers, blessed love, I salute you from above. Yes, Rastafari, fill your heart with love. I saw my brother Marley yesterday. I remember what he said before I woke from my dream. Redemption song is what he sings, playing melodies from his guitar strings with some sweet harmony. I don't wanna ever see you weak, standing firm on your feet. He said.
So your spirituality, when did you come to see Rastafarian as the right religion or your religion?
To you know, Rastafari is not a religion, you know, it's a liberty.
Right.
But Rastafari have always been a part of my growing up.
Yes.
Because we grew up and see back in my community, little Downs, Manchester. Yes. I see, you know, them time they used Rastafari run the hills. Because police would run down Rasta, cut off them natty, you know, lock them up. Because they used to call them Black Heart Man.
Yes.
And yeah, man, and the sympathy and compassion where I used to show and have for Rastafari, them time there, you know, Jano. I think it was a connection, and I think I didn't realize at the time that it was my destiny, and that's the direction that I was going in, because I always loved to stamp and reason with the natty from them time there, you know. So Rastafari, when I grew up, I've been to many churches, as I tell you before, youth fellowship, choir and all them things there. So I've been to church more than once, more than one church, which is that I've been to, and I've never linked spiritually with none of these congregations or religions until I, you know, started embracing Rastafari to the fullest, because the love and the warmth and the togetherness and the brotherly vibe that Rastafari offers, I never see that, and I never used to get that. you know, back when I used to go into the church and thing. But most of my the spiritual side of Rastafari came out being around Garnet. You know, and learning about His Majesty Emperor Haile Selassie the First. And then when I started embracing the teachings of Haile Selassie, that was when I realized that, yo, this thing and this liberty is the way for and I have to go, because this is the kind of person that I want to be, you know. This is the kind of love that I want to share. This is the direction that I want to go.
So how did it help your music, bringing forth the words in your music?
It's been the background of reggae music. Yes. Rastafari have always been. Rastafari is who established Jamaica. Because when we're on tour, people don't know, sometimes people don't even know the name of the country. So what they say is Bob Marley country.
Right.
So when people like Toots Hibbert, you know, people like Jimmy Cliff, Bob Marley take reggae music wide and far to the four corners of the earth. People, that's when people start knowing about this little island. You know? This little island of reggae music and Rastafari. You know? So Rastafari, you know, that play a strong part in the music. Because reggae music goes along with Rasta. So if you go to Africa right now, you sing reggae music and think there's you know, people going to say, well, you know Rasta, man. Right. You know, people hear a certain man where they have no natty sing certain song and them send for them Africa when them come, them surprised. Because they might look for say, you know, the natty and they must see it and they're disappointed, you know, they just feel. And one time, most people, and most white people and people within the world thought that Jamaica was just about Rasta. Right. You know, so.
Gotta hurry, yeah. Another late entry this morning, hoping she'd be sleeping, but that was not to be. She was waiting for me, lonely, teary eyes. She turned and looked at me, emptiness I saw, staring back at me, yes. Now how could I hurt her so much? Have I been so out of touch? My baby, yes. Have I lost her, been a fool? Neglecting her, I was so cool. Sorry, baby. Sorry, baby, yes. And all those little things that she'd been questioning, they were plain to see. Now they're haunting me. I've gotta get my priorities straight, 'cause certain things just can't wait. I hope I'm not too late. I should not hesitate. Now how could I hurt her so much? Have I been so out of touch? My baby, yes. Have I lost her, been a fool? Neglecting her, I was so close. Sorry, baby.
Now, at this point in time, how do you see your future in terms of the music and where it's going for you?
Well, everything is decision, you know. And life is about the decisions we make, the choices, you know. And right now, I think, you know, with the team that I have, and management team, and booking agent, and whoever we're working with now, you know, I think I'm heading in the right direction. So right now, I'm just looking for us more and more and plenty more. You know, blessing abundance. And we're just ready to take on the world. I know the world is there ready to, you know, and prepared to embrace us. And that's the direction that we're going in. And I never try to block myself with negativity. So I know that we'll shoot past the stars, because the stars is not just a limit. They are firm.
outskirts of Babylon, wondering how to sing my song. All the music they think we don't understand. There's too much frustration to be singing along. Still we're not sitting down, acting like clowns. No, we are where we belong. We belong, Mama Africa. Soon I'll be coming home. No more in Babylon, no. I'm on road, Mama Africa. Soon I'll be coming home. No more in Babylon, no. I'm on road.
So in terms of the music now, how much you have any singles out, tracks on the road right now that is doing things for you?
Right now I have 3 songs out, 3 singles that I know about that is out right now.
Yeah, just touch up easy.
And one is Family Table. Yeah. I've got to put food on my family's table, as long as Jamaica willing a neighbor. I've got to be strong, cause I am the man. Yes, I am. I can't let the system get tied down. I've got to push myself from off of the ground. I've got to be strong, cause I am the man. Yes, I am. Punchline, go a little thing like, though sometimes I struggle so hard, nothing in a bag for carry home my yard, still am I working hard, never commit no fraud. Oh Lord, Lord, things and times really getting tough. Hustle man, I hustle just to fool the cops. The Rasta never give up. We have to fight non-stop until we reach the top. I would know say that song right now, you know, because right, the whole world, financial wise, I feel it. So I know people can
gravitate to it.
Yeah, man. So it's a good vibe for people. We have a love song. We have a love song too. That's out there doing well, England all over. No need to fuss or fight. I will be there tonight, holding you tight, so tight. There's no distance to keep me away from you. I will be there with you. Baby, these words are true. I will be there tonight. I'll be there in the blink of an eye. Baby, it's only you in times like this that I miss. Won't this? Girl, I'm longing for your kiss. We have a little thing for the dance too. Because we lick them from left, right, and center. Gangsta road where them a play with a worry boat. Rastafari spot them in the crowd. Well, this guy is so now them realize them staring in them eye. Down with size. Youngster road with them a play, we know worry about. To them no know, say we know them where about. Rastafari hear it like a shout. What they talk about, Boy Scout, you know.
Right.
Yeah, man.
Right. So right now, just tell us, where do you see the music going right now? If it's in a positive way, the reggae in general.
Reggae now is not a not a hype music, like like dancehall would be. So here in Jamaica, dancehall is what runs the scene. Most of the places where you have Jamaicans and the people, it's dancehall. Love the vibe, love some of the beat, very creative and thing. But the real thing and the real about making music and making money, it's a real authentic reggae music, because that's a music that lives down and live forever. That's why my youth come pick up and have my legacy. The legacy that I lay down now is for my generation, because people will always be listening to those music. Royalties will always be coming after music. It's not a fast food thing.
Yes.
When we sit down and make music, we make music for life. We make music that people can relate to in your everyday life. If we are talking about love as a year, it's a love story where we put people together, not to make them break up. One of these women we didn't know our songs, we lift them, we lift them, we glorify the woman, because it's a Mother Earth. So we can't we don't do songs for that kind of vibe, And furthermore, if you talk about a good tour within Europe, because if you not go to Europe and you have a good tour in Europe, you not talk about you make money. Because when you're on the road for 3 months, 4 months, that's where money, real money comes in. Burning Spear, them always at tour from year to year. I had an idea of Italian headlining a festival, and after that festival there was a show with Burubantan. And Burubantan draw over 10,000 people on a beach. Beach couldn't hold. Burubantan, where you're not here about, Jamaica. So we know how it's them side of the world is. And Europe is the bigger part of the world. That's where the market is. But I know, we love Jamaica, we make music for the world. From yard to abroad. So we still have to think about the business side, so we have to make music for the world. Not just for Jamaica, we make music for the world. Music that people, the music that we make cross over to all the different nations. Because music is life. Check it.
All right.
Bob Marley, no one still not sell like Bob Marley.
Yes.
Check it.
Yes, it's true.
Yeah.
Give us a good word to the youths nowadays.
In terms of
where they're going now, Jamaica's situation and the youths right now, crime and violence and all of those stuff.
I just tell the youth them to just seek ye first the kingdom of Jah, and all things will be added. Because if you know not God in there, you know not love Him. And that's the direction to go in. If you're not going that direction, you don't have no direction. So crime and violence, now going to do it. All we do is mash up ourselves as a nation, destroy. For the youth, them and thing to come, we have to know the examples that we're setting through the media, music, anything we do. If we want our nation to be a good nation, and if we want our youths to be successful and represent us as adults, we have to know what we're doing. We have to teach you the right things. So we have to tell you them, seek ye first the kingdom of Jah, and all the necessary things will be added. Everything in life that you want, Rasta, will come.
Yes. Here on Silk was a blessing.
Blessed love, my brother.
Hope we can do it next time.
Thanks to me.
Oh, baby, I love you, girl. Don't need another in my world. No need to fuss or fight. I will be there tonight, holding you tight, so tight. There's no distance to keep me away from you. I will be there with you, baby. These words are true.
Rastafari.
Tonight, I'll be there in the blink of an eye. Baby, it's only you. In times like this.
Okay, and we are back. I'm Sister D. And wow, what a great interview with Aaron Silk. We want to thank Aaron Silk so much for agreeing to do this. We want to thank Dub House Pictures for doing a great job and putting everything together down there in Jamaica. We have this showcase. It's going to be every week. We have some great artists and performers that you can check out. And you can find it on showtour.net. You can find it on This and That TV's YouTube channel, and also Dub House Pictures. It's also going to be syndicated soon, so we're going to have some great news coming up for you. And once again, I am Sister D with Who Dat TV, and I want to say thanks once again to Mr. Aaron Silk for doing this great interview, and we will be back next week with Iron Zion and some live shots from Boston, live shows, and we got some good things coming up. Again, this is Sister D of Who Dat TV. One love.